Hello, 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 my lovely friends. How are you doing today on this, the third day of March, the third day of the third month of the new decade? Oh, I got to say that. And of course, today on this, my daily thoughts today, of course, it's Tuesday, so it's Love and Kindness Day. And what do I want to share with you today? How about this? This is what I want to share today. What do you think the definition of unconditional love is? Interesting thing to talk about today. Now, it might be a little bit of a stretch for me, but here goes. I'm going to share it anyways because you and I like to try new topics and share new things. How about that, right? So what does it say online? It says, a person loves someone unselfishly. A person who loves someone unselfishly, he or she cares about the happiness of the other person, will do anything to help that person feel happiness without expecting anything in return. Or so the definition of unconditional love is love without condition. That's what it means. And here are a few examples like I saw online, and I'm just going to sort of share with you. How about the first one? The first person you should unconditionally love is yourself. No holds barred. You love yourself unconditionally first. That is the first example. And number 2, make the loving choice. Choose to love. That is the key here, I think. Choose to love. And the third one, forgive those you love who may have wronged you. That those of you who still are in your life and you care about them. If they do something wrong, or they said something terrible, or they did not, love them regardless. Because at that moment, that was what they wanted to do. But forgive and love regardless. And the third one is, this one is a good one, but I almost didn't understand it, but then I figured it out. Don't expect to shield someone from all discomfort and pain. What that actually means is you're gonna have loving friends who are gonna go through hell and pain and discomfort, whether through surgery or for personal life. And you can't expect to shield them. It's gonna happen to them. So what you can do is, when they need you, be by their side, love and guide them, and help them get through the pain and agony. Because you don't know how much pain a person goes through. You don't know. You know what's going to happen. But you can be there for them. You can help them get through it. And be the shoulder to cry on and help them get through it. That's what I think that one means. That was a hard one, but I figured that one out. And the fifth one, that's so unconventional, but I understand it. It means love more by caring less. Now that may sound a little unconventional, may sound a little selfish, but it's not. I think what it means is to trust in the one you love. Okay, don't always hang over them and constantly be over caring, because that can be an overkill. But to love them enough to know that they're going to live their life okay. I'm just trying to read what I'm saying here. I think it means to trust the one you love, to realize that you do love them unconditionally and will always be there for them, and trust in their journey and how they're getting through their life. I mean, that's what I think that means. I think that what it means. I mean, that's not a bad thing, because you're letting them live their life for who they want to live. And if they make a mistake, they'll come back and ask you for love and guidance and help, and that's where you can love them and guide them. But let them go, live their life. That's what that means. And the other one is, of course, accept yourself and those you love as is. So accept yourself for who you are, and accept your friends and loved ones as they are, as human beings, because that is a part of unconditional love too. So that's actually 6 wonderful examples of showing unconditional love. And I love that. As I read that and I wrote down what I thought they meant, that was quite good. Now I'm going to share an example of unconditional love in my lifetime, as I would say. For example, a lot of us are parents. And of course, when you are a parent, you show unconditional love regardless. And since I have my one son, Stephen, who's turning 37, through all his years of his life, because he's going to be 40 soon, all his decades of his life, through his first beginnings of life, I was always a loving mama, but let him figured out his own thing, even when he was a little guy. When he was in elementary school, I loved him and guided him and let him live his life, but still was there for him 24/7. Even in high school, when he was a little bit, shall we say, people teased him and taunted him. He had a little bit of people were not very nice to him. What I'm saying, he was bullied quite a bit in the first year or two in high school. And he went through hell. But I didn't know how he really felt, so I was there for him regardless in all his life as who he was. It was hard for my son because the first couple of years, because you see, the reason why is because he had an unusual, he had a beard when he was 13. He had a beard growing. He looked like a little, as they would tease him as Wolfman. But I showed him another aspect. I said, go to school, get through it each day, knowing that these people don't understand you for who you are, and love the people regardless. And believe it or not, he started his ownership. He said, yes, I'm the Wolfman. He started to adapt to it, and he became more understanding, and he understood why these people bullied, and he let that go. And I thought he was showing a bit of unconditional love on his own, as I just shared that with him and helped him get through it, because I myself was bullied when I was in school, quite a few years, a lot of my school years, and I understood. My mother stepped by me and she guided me and she helped me. She couldn't be there for me in school. I had to deal with it myself. So that's what I did for my son, as well as a few years ago when he broke his ankle and he needed some help for the first few weeks. And I'm fortunate. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? I'm fortunate that we live in the same apartment building. I live on the 5th floor, and he lives on the 3rd floor. So the first 3 weeks of his healing, he wanted me there for him, so I helped him. But after the 4th week, when he was able to finally put his foot down and start to walk, I let it go. I was there for him when he needed me, but I knew he had to heal and get on with his life as he progressed. He had to heal on his own. So I let him go after that. And by the time he hit 8 weeks, he was walking, he was healing, he was therapy, and he was back to work. But I was there for him regardless. All those 8 weeks when he needed me, he called upon me. I went downstairs and helped him a little bit, but I came back upstairs to my apartment to do my own thing because I wasn't working at the time, and let him live his life, let him heal on his own. And that's what happened. So I think for me, my unconditional love for my son is abound 24/7. And so he also is a caregiver for his dad. My ex-husband, who I truly love regardless, even though he can be a real pain in the butt, and he was hard on me, I love him regardless. He went a different path in his life. He ended up doing drugs and drinking, and he had a stroke. And so my son he needed my help to find a way to be he has the power of attorney. He looks after his dad. So every so often when my son needs me, he talks to me, he shares me things he needs to do, and I help him, guide him. But he is in charge of his dad's life, his father's financial system. I'm not. I let my son do that, and that's a good thing for him. I give him his chance to live his life what he wants to do, and that was he wanted to do, was be the power of attorney. And it can be daunting, it can be hard, because my son will give me supreme hell. Sometimes he is cruel to me, but I love him anyways, because I know he doesn't mean to be cruel. He just gets frustrated and lashes out, as everyone does. I mean, when you have a friend who loves you and they may be having a bad day and they lash out at you, they don't mean to do that. It's just they're having a rotten day. Love them, and regardless. That's what I think love, guidance, love and unconditional love is. Now, I have one more example of things I like to do for my friends, and I don't ask anything in return. TurboTax this time of year, right? And with TurboTax, you can do 8 returns. And believe it or not, I do my husband's and my son's. My husband wants to always let me do his, so we do ours together, like we do a tax return together. And then my son, I put it on my computer. I let my son do it, and he does it on his own. And then I do my ex-husband's too, regardless. I love him, and I still do it. And I do 5 other people. Hey, Galene, I have 5 other people's income taxes as well. And because they're friends and they're not sure how to do it, and they can't afford, it's expensive to get somebody to do it, right? Hey, Galene, how you doing, girl? So I help them out. I have it on my computer. We sit together, we do it together, and it's done. It's sent to our CRA, our income tax department, and they have it done. And I don't ask for anything in return. I'm just happy they have it done. That's all I care about. And they either get something back or they have their income tax done. To me, that's what I love to do for my friends. And I love them, I care about them. And the only thing I want to ask in return is to enjoy my friendship with them, and then to know that I love them. That's all. I don't care to be paid for it in return. That's not how I am. I've always been like that in my life. Especially when I've had issues with my sister Vicky, my older sister Vicky, and we went through a lot of hell, man. We went through hell as sisters. I love her regardless, because we're loving sisters. So this is my sort of daily thoughts today on love, unconditional love. And do me a favor and share down below. Share down below what your interpretation of unconditional love. I would love to know. Share, comment. I love it. Now here, as usual, you know what I like to do? Leave off with some quotes. And there were some interesting quotes of unconditional love. And here's one by Anita Morjani. It's unconditional love is our birthright, not judgment or condemnation, and there's nothing we need to do to earn it. This is who and what we are. That's a good one. And of course, this interesting one by Wayne Dyer. Love is my gift to the world. I fill myself with love, and I send that out to the world. How others treat me is their path. How I react is mine. And of course, the measure of love is to love without measure. That's a good one. Or how about this one? Once you learn to accept and love everyone for who they are, you subconsciously learn to love unconditionally. And of course, to love a person is to see all of their magic and to remind them of it when they have forgotten. And the one I like to quickly say is unconditional love is loving without expecting, which means expecting in return. So I hope I gave some I love you all, my sweet friends. A little tongue-tied because I'm a little bit later today. I love you all, my lovely friends. I give you love and unconditional love back 24/7. Have an awesome, beautiful day. And thank you, Rebecca and Galeen, for coming by and saying hello. I love you, girls. Have an awesome, beautiful Tuesday. Talk to you soon. Bye.